Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So I'm sure most of you guys are probably aware by now that Bonny Rebecca is no longer vegan. You've probably seen her video with that very title. Anyway, we did not make a response video about that. However, I feel that now is a good time to make a response video because we're all past that why is she no longer vegan, and she's crossed over in her more recent videos into showing what she ate in a day, which shows her preparing and consuming animal products. And the reason why I want to call these videos out is because now she's kind of crossed the line into spreading misinformation about veganism.
You hear a lot of doctors, especially plant-based doctors, talking about heart disease and, you know, not to have any oils or saturated fats because that can lead to, you know, clogging your arteries and stuff like that. But what I never really heard anyone talk about is that having too low cholesterol is also dangerous because cholesterol is super important in the body.
I don't think anyone out there, vegan or otherwise, is disputing the importance of cholesterol in the body. I mean, our body produces its own cholesterol. It is not an essential nutrient, as some anti-vegans like to claim. And the reason, like Bonnie said, you don't hear a lot of people, medical doctors, going off about low cholesterol because it's really pretty rare. Check out this book I have here on blood test results, Your Blood Never Lies, and it says, low cholesterol, is it harmful? It says, like low triglycerides, low cholesterol is a rare condition that usually signals an underlying medical problem. If you do not have a chronic health problem, it is unlikely that your cholesterol will drop into a potentially dangerous range.
My cholesterol was actually really low, and I always thought, oh, that's good, like I'm not gonna get heart disease or whatever, but it was actually too low.
Too low. So you're saying that you're one of these people that has this rare medical condition, or is it just relatively low compared to, say, your average Australian? I went to your channel and searched for Bonny Rebecca blood tests and I couldn't find any. So it would be much more helpful and honest for you to share your actual numbers rather than us just taking your word that your cholesterol was too low.
My doctors would always comment on that whenever I got a blood test, but I would always be like, oh, the standards are just so high for it, like I don't need to worry about that. Once again, thinking that I knew more than a health professional.
Well, Bonnie's using the appeal to authority fallacy there. Just saying, hey, this person's a medical doctor, they're right. Who am I to question what they're saying? Well, that's why people get second and third opinions on issues as important as what you're going through here, Bonnie. Case in point, we've covered Dr. Z-Dog many times on this channel and shown that he's just giving opinion. He's not giving sound medical advice based in actual science. And speaking of low cholesterol, whatever that means in your case here, Bonnie, let's take a look at someone like, say, Mike the Vegan, who has released his blood test results and found that his low cholesterol levels didn't mean he had to stop being vegan.
Now my total cholesterol is at 107. I know a lot of people are going to be like, that's too low. Yeah, it might be heart attack proof, but it's too low. And I will do a video about this in the future and make an actually good case for it. But for now, I will just say that it is right in that range of 100 to 150 that populations that don't have atherosclerosis are at. And that study was not done by some biased vegan doctors trying to say that low cholesterol is good. No, that was by Lauren Cordain, one of the founders of the paleo diet, actually.
So given the fact that vegans and vegetarians have lower levels of cholesterol than those of meat eaters, it's no surprise that Bonnie's doctors may have been a little concerned that her cholesterol levels were lower than average. No surprise. And again, it would have been really helpful, Bonnie, for you to share your blood test results, give us some actual numbers.
And I think that having a bit of cholesterol in my diet is actually going to be beneficial, if anything, because my cholesterol is so low.
There's plant-based sources of foods that you can use to raise your cholesterol levels. You don't have to eat eggs. Let me point Bonnie to this article written by Walter Willett, professor of public health at Harvard University, medical doctor, about coconut oil and cholesterol. Since coconut oil is about 90% saturated fat, it raises your LDL cholesterol, your bad cholesterol. But it also simultaneously raises your HDL, your good cholesterol, as well. However, Dr. Willett concludes that he doesn't think coconut oil is as helpful as vegetable oils like olive oil and soybean oil, which are mainly unsaturated fat and therefore both lower LDL and increase your good cholesterol. So in case you were not paying attention there, let me make the point perfectly clear so there's no ambiguity. There's absolutely no medical reason, no dietary reason to have to eat animal products, eggs in the case of Bonnie here, to raise your cholesterol level. You can do it all with plant-based foods. And I can speak firsthand. Watch my recent blood test videos. My cholesterol went up over 40 points from having a little bit more oil than I thought was in my cereal.
And I'm still going to try and be as ethical and cruelty-free as possible. Here are the eggs that I have at the moment. Usually I get them from the farmers markets, but if not, I get them from my local health food shop. And some things that I obviously look out for is organic, free range, but also over here they will always tell you the maximum amount of hens per hectare. So 600 hens per hectare is really good, and that's just something that I like to look out for.
Yeah, clever, colorful marketing like that makes it sound like these chickens are treated great, right? They're running out in the open, free air, not densely packed in, it's organic, free range, and all of that. Well, what they don't tell you on these boxes, on the egg cartons, is that it doesn't matter if it's an organic, free-range farm or a factory farm, the process known as chick culling, where they kill newly hatched male chickens because they don't lay eggs. So I want to be perfectly clear. I made this video not to make some sort of attack style video on Bonny Rebecca. It was to point out and correct some of the misinformation, whether it was intentional or not on her part, I will not speculate, but just to get the correct information out there in case people watch your video and believe that vegans are low in cholesterol. Yeah, on average, vegans tend to have lower cholesterol levels than meat eaters do. That's true. However, there's nothing about veganism that prevents you from also raising your cholesterol levels, particularly if you eat a lot of oils, coconut oil specifically. Like this video, share it, and until next time guys, remember Bonnie, doesn't suck being vegan.
Fall